Action.
Sanbonani everybody, it's Khotsong Ndlovu yet again and welcome to my channel. So today it's a topic which actually excites me. Bafana Bafana made us proud last night. Courtesy of the heroics of our captain Ronan Williams and everybody who's put on a shift actually, well done to Bafana Bafana. We love you Bafana Bafana. Please continue making us proud, gents. Give it your best on the next game as we are facing a very tough opposition in Nigeria. And hopefully we bring it home, guys. So about the topic yami namhlanje, guys, it's the analysis of previously provided analysis, and I'm going to provide a response to an analysis that we got from an existing known football platform. So let me get to it. Firstly, let me hold myself accountable for a video that I did earlier when I started my Bafana Bafana content, as I spoke about the AFCON campaign from the perspective of the coach and his 23-man squad selection. So about that, I had given a list of the questioned inclusions as well as exclusions from the Bafana Bafana squad. So with the inclusions, I actually questioned the selection of Evidence Mahopa, who's a point of reference at this point. And I think if the likes of Abo Pesita were actually playing well, we'd see the role Yaga Mahopa as he's a wall for them to play their 1-2s, or from clearances where we're under pressure, is someone who can hold the ball for players like Umshishi to come through. And we've seen that in the game in Namibia as this, I think it was the third goal, Yaga Temba Zwane, which was scored through him and the role that he plays. And people who understand the game, who are able to analyze the game, they are able to understand the role of Evidence Mahopa. Though we need more, we need goals. That's for sure. And I think if he works harder, he can actually give us that. I questioned quite a number of players being selected. To be specific, one that I also questioned was Unyiko Mobi. And he came through for us yesterday. He played really well when he played in the place of Kuliso Mudau. Not just yesterday, but in the game in Tunisia also. He actually also delivered on that game where Okuliso Mudau got an injury, which seemed to be serious, but luckily it wasn't. So props to the coach must be given for making sure that these players that we've questioned the selection of are performing at the level that they are performing at. And we need more from players like Abozakele Lipasa. We need more from players like Percy Tau. We need more from Umihlali Mayambela, who has been given a chance more than once in the tournament, but we haven't seen him in the manner in which we're expecting to see him perform at. And let me start with yesterday's game. So it was a very difficult game, which brings me to what I'm going to speak about now. So we got an analysis from a known football platform, South African football platform, which is Itiski TV. And I have a problem with how biased the analysis is against the Bafana Bafana. It's like they were hoping for Bafana Bafana to lose, and that Bafana Bafana didn't lose. They are saying what they are saying. They are not saying enough about how well the goalkeeper did in the introduction, to be specific, because Nkululeko Nkeo actually said that our game plan is to hope that our opponents do not take their chances. Cape Verde created chances, that's a fact. Cape Verde actually played better yesterday. They were good, they were very good. And I think, but it was to be expected from how Cape Verde played. But if we're going to say that is the overall game plan of Bafana Bafana, was it like that against Tunisia? I don't think so. In Morocco, did they have enough clear chances on the game? Because the goalkeeper only made one save, if we have to compare that. They have quality players. They were strong on the ball. They were good defensively. They were very compact and organized. However, they were not really that deadly because they did not have. They had just one shot on target the entire game. Our goalkeeper made only one save. Yet it's spoken so loud ukuthi we did not deserve to win. Guys, if we have nothing good to say about Bafana Bafana, let us not come being bitter and say we are being honest. There is a thin line between being honest and being biased against us, because they
So,
are not highlighting our good qualities within the game. What do you think, Doc?
so basically, the analysis in most games, especially games that were actually tight, they've been very
No,
controversial.
but it comes from
Very.
someone who has never played football. It's
Exactly.
understandable. He does not understand the concept of tough games.
Hence, I'm saying they were very controversial and questionable.
Yeah, very questionable, because our weaknesses are being shouted and our strengths are being whispered. They're not going to speak about how well Mtobi Mvala has played for Bafana Bafana on this tournament ever since it started. They haven't spoken about how well Ronan Williams played last night. Okay, but they want to speak about him because of the penalty saves
Yeah,
and
four
how he made
saves.
such a crucial save. But they're not going to speak about how well Bafana Bafana has done defensively after the first game against Mali. Because if he highlighted the weakness we had defensively through Usianda Kulu on the first game against Mali, I'm speaking about Junior Kang and what he said. Why isn't he speaking about how well Bafana Bafana has defended against Morocco, against Namibia, and against Tunisia? Yesterday, I think Cape Verde came strong, guys. If I speak about Morocco not being deadly in attack, Cape Verde, I think it was just not their day. Offensively, they were solid. I mean, they were able to get in areas that Morocco were not able to get at. I spoke about Morocco not having created clear-cut chances. Well, Cape Verde did, but
Exactly.
our goalkeeper came through for us. I mean, yeah, props must be given to Ronan Williams. And if yesterday's performance is anything to go by, I think we must see him lift the trophy. I think he came in Nigeria. Nigeria is not really that better than us as far as the midfield is concerned. And I think it's a game where we will have chances. And if we are going to the AFCON to just defend and hope that they don't score, why are we taking players like Temba Zwane with us? Why are we taking offensive players like Upesi Tau? I think the fact that we did not show that much deadliness offensively, they must not speak like we're going there to camp because Jalen Adams came in strong. Not Jalen Adams. Temba Zwane came in strong against in Namibia for us, and he played well. And he had a few good touches. He played well also on the game against Tunisia, hence he won him man of the match. But he's saying that it's Bafana Bafana's game plan throughout the tournament. And it's not just a little bias. I think we're considering our analysis to be biased for now. Hopefully they change. The more Bafana Bafana proves them wrong with winning games. But we're going to consider the platform to be anti-Bafana Bafana or anti-South African football because trying to fix is actually speaking from a point of view of constructive criticism. But if you're speaking criticism, which is to make our players feel like they are useless and like they are not good enough, that is not constructive criticism. That is not fixing, but it's bashing. What do you think about that, dog?
I definitely agree with you.
But hopefully we see a change in it. But if we have to speak about the game, let us leave the biased analysis as we are not really
But then,
about that.
like
It
like
was
I've always said,
mm,
as controversial as their analysis might be, it's also how they see the game. Because remember, we're not the only ones that's watching the game. They're also watching the game, and bayibona ngendlela yabo.
no, but it's always against us. Why are
Yes,
the
it's always
analysis always
controversial.
against the Bafana Bafana?
It's always controversial, but then I guess that's how they saw the game.
No, but they are never speaking about the strengths that Bafana Bafana have. Defensively, we think it's by a miracle that we did not concede. Okay, there are situations where our opponents were not clinical enough. But, I mean, if they have 10 chances, 10 clear-cut chances, they will convert at least one or two. But for them to not have enough chances to even score, it says something about our defense. Our defense was good,
Solid.
solid. Are you pause, boy? And my analysis, guys, if I have to be honest with everyone, they are not really against the DSK TV because it's not only them who stand by the sentiments that they stand with, but it's a huge group of South Africans who are anti-Bafana Bafana. And like I said, there's a thin line between being honest and being bitter because you're going to state facts which actually support the narrative of being bitter. And that is not what we need right now. Let us support Bafana Bafana. I mean, we haven't reached the knockout stages in 24, the semi-finals actually, in 24 years, for crying out loud. Why are we actually speaking better about it rather than celebrating it? Because it's spoken in a number of platforms, but it's whispered as it is an achievement. But if we lose, look at how strong the analysis of us losing are going to be spoken about, and we don't need that energy right now, guys. And I mean, props must be given to the coach. The coach understand the concept of when I spoke about players which we question the exclusion of Bafana Bafana, the coach has answered me in such an amazing way. And I saw a gentleman post this on his socials where he said that selecting the best players does not guarantee that you're going to have the best team because the best players are very unlikely to give you the best combinations. So you must get players which are able to play with each other. And you can, like, it sounds like a deadly combination. I mean, imagine Thembinkosi Lodge with Themba Zwane. It sounds like a deadly combination. But what if Themba Zwane plays well on a combinations perspective? No, Evidence Mahopa is able to play 1-2s with Evidence Mahopa than him no Thembinkosi Lodge playing the same 1-2 where they run into the same space. I'm not saying it'll happen, but I'm just giving it hypothetically. And I mean, not just hypothetically only, but in terms of where it's proven at the highest level of football. I mean, we've seen the highest level of club football, PSG, come with squads which would be deemed as the best squads in Europe throughout the years. They've had Messi, Mbappe, and Neymar in the same team, but how many Champions League titles did they win?
And Gini Wijnaldum as well.
Exactly. But how many Champions League titles did they win? But it's been done over and over again. It's not just the Messi, Mbappe, Neymar era. Zlatan Ibrahimovic, we've seen him play the likes of Edison Cavani. But did they bring any glory to PSG in terms of what they are looking to achieve?
And currently we have the likes of Ousmane Dembele. See,
But it's the same thing. The best players does not guarantee the best combinations. But the coach managed to get players who are used to playing with each other from the back. I mean, the combination of Ntobin Mvala and Grant Kekana, players who have an understanding from their domestic front. And I mean, props must be given to Mamelodi Sundowns for their players who gel so nice, and the national team is actually benefiting from that. It's so amazing, man. And hopefully we see that with more inclusions go Bafana Bafana. But it's not Sundowns playing, guys. Let us not let Mamelodi Sundowns own it too much. Even it's not the club, but it's the fans saying that it's Sundowns playing. It's Bafana Bafana playing, not Mamelodi Sundowns, but Bafana Bafana. However, we must give credit where it's due to Mamelodi Sundowns for their players combinations, which the Bafana Bafana squad is actually beneficiaries of right now. Thank you so much, guys, for your time, and feel free to actually give me a take on what you think about my analysis. If you actually agree or disagree with each and every analysis that I've given, not just of the game, but of the analysis that I've picked up, or maybe in terms of maybe if you think I should be held more accountable, or maybe more of my analysis that you think I've been proved wrong on, and you think I should be held accountable on that, or maybe I should come to be accountable on that. Feel free to give us comments or your views on each and everything that we've said. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button.
question.
Oh, okay. Question?
Yes,
Before I
Mos. Here's a prediction.
Nigeria.
Yes. Give me a score prediction for the Nigeria game. Nothing too complicated. What do you think the score is going to be? Don't
if we
complicate
score
things.
first, I think if we don't concede in the first half, we will beat Nigeria. That's what I believe. But if we concede early, that's when it will be a problem. I think concentration in the first half, the first 30 minutes will be very crucial. You know, I've seen Nigeria with their firepower. I mean, it's not spoken about enough on how good Victor Osimhen is playing, regardless of not scoring goals, and how well he has gelled into the physicality and the intensity of the AFCON tournament. And I mean, he's playing really, really well. So we need to be able to handle him. But we have the tools to deal with the threat that he possesses. But at the midfield, I am expecting not only Spepelos Tole to come through for us, but also Themba Zwane, as he has really played well against Nigeria, including the game of Nigeria that we lost at that 2-1 loss. I think Bafana Bafana wasn't really playing so well, but when Thembi Nkosiloch was very much pocketed on that game, but Themba Zwane came, I wouldn't say he came through as we lost, but he played well. Lodge played well against Egypt, if you remember that campaign. But on the game against Nigeria, Themba Zwane played well when he came on in the second half. But there's a game where we defeated Nigeria on. Themba Zwane actually played well.
You're going too deep on this.
Okay, Bafana Bafana win. If we don't concede first half, Bafana Bafana 2-0, 2-1 win. Even a 1-0 win we can pull. But I'm hoping we get a comfortable win, like a 2-0 or a 2-1. You know, if we score first, I know Nigeria will panic and they might make mistakes as they have big defenders. So we might actually introduce pace in the second half. It's a pity Tapelo Masego had an injury which seemed to be serious. Seems like he'll be out for months, but we also have pace in Terence Mashigo. So hopefully with him being introduced in the second half.
So 2-1 for you.
Even no, 2-0. I don't think we can concede. I think we can keep a clean sheet against Nigeria. If we keep a clean sheet in the first half, we can win 2-0 or 1-0 actually.
Based on the way Nigeria is playing, I'm not seeing any.
Nigeria is just scoring and defending. If you have to be honest,
it's good at defending. Hence, I'm just saying that I'm not seeing any chemistry going forward. So minideng ibonayo, minangiti 1-0 South Africa.
Bafana Bafana. Hey, but we must be careful of expectations. No, but we must be careful of expectations, guys. I think what matters is Bafana Bafana doing their best. But if there's one game we must win, guys, Nigeria. You know the other games, Cape Verde.
Nyambo's 1-1 penalties.
one angeke ndoda Nigeria mele sidle. Cape Verde, it's all sportsmanship, it's all
Yeah, dog.
I mean Cape Verde is good. For what it's worth, I hope Cape Verde goes to the World Cup. But that's it from us, guys, and thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also show your views on the comments, guys. Cheers.
Ita.